A while ago, it was reported that Intel 12-chain locking mechanism can bend the motherboard and cause higher temperature. To solve the problem, we can grab a CPU contact frame and replace the stock bracket. I've seen GamerNexus's videos about the issue and he successfully reduced the temperature of a 12900KS, so I am very curious to see if it works for my 12900K. This is a very cheap and easy mod. All we need to do is removing the bracket and use the motherboard screws and backplate to install the frame. The Thermalright frame also comes with an Allen wrench and an instruction. The frame has 4 different colors: silver, black, blue, and red. Even though I bought the red, I think I now prefer the blue one. The Allen wrench is not magnetic, so I highly recommend using a magnetizer to avoid dropping screws, as well as making the installation easier. While working on this mod, I highly recommend keeping the CPU in the socket. If you drop a screw or the bracket, the CPU can protect the pins of the socket from getting damaged. To install the frame, make sure to follow the triangle marked on the motherboard with the one on the frame. After that, finish up by tightening the screws by following the cross pattern. To quickly test the temperature, I ran Cinebench R23 for 10 minutes. The i9 12900K is not overclocked and ran completely at stock settings. The CPU is cooled by the Phanteks Glacier 240mm AIO. I used fan control software and set the pump speed at 45%. I also locked the radial fans to 94% to keep them from fluctuating. And finally, the room temperature was around 23 degrees. Cinebench was set to run for 10 minutes. With the stock locking mechanism, the CPU temperature stay around 84-85 degrees Celsius. With the Thermalright frame, the temperatures stay exactly the same, around 84-85 degrees Celsius. So, for my setup, there is no improvement, which makes me kinda sad. Because most coolers have convex cold plate to match with the concave surface of the CPU, I can only guess that this AIO and the IHS already has good contact. Plus, maybe there's no bending yet, or if there's any, it may be too minimal. However, it does not work for me doesn't mean it does not work for you, and being a very cheap mod, if you build a 12 or 13 gen Intel system, I recommend grabbing one and use it instead of the stock bracket. Many people have seen a better result in CPU temperature, so there is no point of using this. And that's it for today's video. If you need to buy the frame, links are in the description. If you use the frame and see any improvement, please let me know as I'm curious. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.